Very good morning, children. In yesterday's class, you learned about how scientists are going to use process skills and different types of process skills, how they are used while investigation. All that we have learned. And today we are going to discuss about other skills like reading, writing, numbers. So means arithmetic. Now we are going to learn all these things today. So now reading. So scientists are using reading skills, writing skills and writing numbers in their work. So why they have to read? So unless we read or unless they read, they cannot know what is there in that given book or what is the matter present in that that we cannot know, that scientists cannot know and you also cannot know. Is it clear to children? So if they read, then definitely they can get the information from that. They can understand what is written or what is the content there or concept there, and they can follow it, and it will help a lot for the scientist in their scientific investigations. So if we read and know the meaning and the new vocabulary, if we know, so if we understand, for example, photosynthesis. So you are reading that word. So what is that? Plants prepare food by the process called photosynthesis. Like that, if that word, if it is there, if you don't know the meaning of word photosynthesis, then it is difficult to understand the concept of that particular topic. So we are going to read, when we are reading that lesson, what we have to do means we have to know the meaning of that particular word, and new words means vocabulary we have to know, and then it will become easy for you to understand the concept. You can also become good science readers if you follow. So now you are going to learn some tips before reading, then while reading and after reading the lesson. In your textbook, page number 10, tables are given, children. So that tables are going to explain you to understand the steps to be followed while reading. After reading, that is before reading, while reading and after reading. So here what we are going to get for that. So if we read the title of the section, so here it is given endangered, extinct species. That information given in the table 1 is about endangered and extinct species. You don't know that first. So what information you are going to get? So how you will get, how you can understand? Read the title of the section. Then look at the vocabulary words, new words. So what are the new words? Okay, so you know the words which are commonly used, but new words we have to. So just now I said endangered, extinct, like that. So they are new words. So vocabulary words. Then you have to pronounce the words properly. We must learn proper pronunciation of words. Then look at each and every word in the glossary. So after completing every lesson, you know, when box is given, in that box you can observe the words which are which are used in the lesson when it is going to be taught, or when you are understanding, when teacher is teaching, underline the words, like that it will be told by the teacher. So now what you are doing here, in glossary some words will be given, so that we have to observe, we have to read, and these words whether they have used in the lesson or not, you have to follow. Then say definition to yourself. So that glossary words whatever have been given, if you frame definitions, for example, plants prepare, or with the help of chlorophyll, plants prepare food by the process called photosynthesis. In the box it is given photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. So this word is used in the lesson also. So what is the meaning of photosynthesis? That definition. What is that definition you are going to write? Plants prepare food by the process of photosynthesis, taking carbon dioxide from air and water from the soil with the help of roots, and the green color pigment present in leaves, in chlorophylls, and in presence of sunlight they are preparing food. So what do we call that process? That process is called photosynthesis. So definition we learned. What is the definition? Plants prepare food by the process called photosynthesis. So in glossary that is not given, just the word is given, photosynthesis. You should pronounce it properly, you should see the word, whether that word is given or not, then you have to frame the definition for that. So definitely it will make you, it will help you to become a good science readers. Is it clear to you? Once again I would like to make you to stress you that if you observe the page number 10 in textbook table 1, so here plants, animals have been given, plant species like orchids, then sandalwood trees, cycas, medicinal plants, Ravalfia serpentina, like that. Animals are also given, leopard, then Indian lion, wolf, cat, hyena, tiger, then peacock, kiwi, all that it is given. Next word is said to be an endemic species is given. So that word is given in the glossary, endemic species. So you have to know the meaning. Okay, what is the meaning of endemic species? Endemic species means the organisms which are found restricted to a particular area. Okay, so about this endangered, extinct, endangered and endemic species we are going to learn in further lessons. Here in this table the word given is said to be endemic species. Is it clear to you? For example, I am explaining you. So endemic species means what? The organisms which are found in large number in a particular area. So you can understand easily. What is that? Kangaroos, if you take, they are found restricted in large numbers in Australia. Is it not, children? Then tigers, they are endemic species of our country. Peacocks are endemic species of our country. So you may see, but in less number in other parts. Kangaroo teacher, it is there in Nehru Zoological Park of Hyderabad, like that we can tell. But it is kept there. That's why in large number in natural habitat where they are found in large number. So such organisms are called as endemic species. Is it clear to you? So kiwi is a national bird of New Zealand. Is it clear to children? Kiwi is also a fruit. So it is found in large number there. So that's why, what is the word you are going to understand here? Endemic species, new vocabulary word, endemic. We are pronouncing it properly, and we are going to look at this word in glossary and definition. What is the definition for this endemic species? The organisms which are found restricted to a particular area in large number. That one we call it as endemic species. Then we are going to learn examples for endemic species. Is it clear to you? So if you look at this table, what are the animals given? Definitely you will tell kiwi, peacock and white tiger it is given. Okay. So now kiwi is endemic species of New Zealand, tiger and peacock are the endemic species to India, and just now I said kangaroo is endemic to Australia. Okay. So you got some information about that endemic species. Okay. Students, earlier table is given in page number 10, and now whatever we are going to learn is the information given from page number 11. One table is given. So now in that we learned in the previous part before reading what we have to do, that you learned to become a good science readers. Now during reading, so while reading the topic, what you have to do. So now if you see this table 2 in page number 11 page, so first what are the steps you have to follow? So find the main area given in the topic. Okay, if you observe this table, you are going to observe some idea. Look at the pictures and you can get it. So main idea you are going to get. Then what this is going to make you to understand means here, next step. So find the details in the next paragraph which support the main idea of the topic. So here it is going to make you to understand about the ecosystem, environment. Is it clear to you? This table is going to make you to understand about environment. In that environment, ecosystem, you are going to learn. Is it clear to you, children? So we have to get the details. Then coming to the next point, answer after completing reading. During reading, we are going to get the main idea and details we are going to collect. We are going to understand the words also. Then after completing that one, answer the questions at the end of reading the topic. So that because you are reading the lesson, framing sentences, collecting that vocabulary words, then you are knowing the meaning also, so that you can able to get answers. If you are not getting answers, once again if you read, definitely you will get the answers for that information or details whatever have been given in that given topic. So now here in this table, what it is going to make you to understand means, first I said environment. So what is the meaning of environment? The surroundings in which we are living is called environment. Is it clear to children? So environment as a whole, to learn about that environment, it is very difficult. So it is divided into smaller units which we call them as ecosystems. Is it clear to children? So ecosystems are smaller units of environment. You can take pond ecosystem, you can take grassland ecosystem, you can take desert ecosystem. So in your topic, one is said to be water ecosystem and desert ecosystem. Like that grassland ecosystem is there, forest ecosystem is there, even your house is also an ecosystem. So what is meant by ecosystem? A small unit area where there will be always an interaction between biotic and abiotic components. Is it clear to you? So what is the meaning of biotic components? Which have life. Plants, animals, microorganisms, human beings, all that will come under biotic components. And abiotic components means which does not have life. The examples for that is said to be air, water, soil, sunlight, things what we are using. Okay, so all this will come under abiotic components. Always there will be a rapport or a relation between biotic and abiotic components in a particular ecosystem. So alone biotic components cannot survive without abiotic components. Even abiotic components also there is no meaning if biotic components are not there, that won't become an ecosystem. So there is a continuous interaction will be there, exchange will be there. Maybe for food or any other purposes, there will be an interaction between biotic and abiotic components. That again biotic components different varieties we can observe. So all that they are depending one on another, that we are going to observe in the ecosystem. And what are the details we are going to get here in that ecosystem? Biotic and abiotic components. Is it clear to children? Then so here this picture is going to make you to understand about the Koringa water ecosystem. In detail you are learning that you are going to learn in the next lessons, different ecosystems lesson you are going to learn. So Koringa water ecosystem. Okay, so in that Koringa water ecosystem, biotic components. So here what are the biotic components which have life, I said? So producers. All the producers will come under biotic components. Then consumers. So consumers also will come under biotic components. Then decomposers. So biotic components are having producers, consumers, decomposers. So producers are said to be all plants, microscopic to whatever the big trees we observe. In Koringa water ecosystem, what are the producers? Mangroves, Spirogyra, Euglena, Oscillatoria, then blue-green algae, Spirogyra. All these are the plants, especially here mangrove forests, mangrove plants. Mangrove plants means what? they will be continuously present in the water logged conditions. Please remember, aerial roots we can observe. Is it clear to you? So that type of plants are called mangrove plants. We are going to observe in the Coringa water ecosystem. Then consumers, if we see shrimps, crabs, hydra, then mussels, freshwater mussels, snails, we can observe there. Then decomposers always detritus bacteria and fungi. So we know that after the death of organisms, maybe a producer or a consumer, after the death what is going to happen? They are getting decomposed. So how it is going to happen? The decomposing process is going to happen because of decomposers. Is it clear to you? So they will come under biotic components. So in Coringa water ecosystem, whichever that information given, we are observing producers, consumers and decomposers. So details we are going to get. Then abiotic components, water, okay, sunlight, then salt. So Coringa water ecosystem where water is continuously going to mix with the ocean water. So salt content present in that water, then water, air, sunlight, all these will come under abiotic components. So these abiotic components are going to support the biotic components. So that you got the information. So another one what it is going to make you to understand, desert ecosystem. Another information details here in that during reading in that page number 11 table 2, what is given there? Desert ecosystem. Okay. In Coringa water ecosystem, water in large scale we are observing. In desert ecosystem, what are the abiotic components we are going to observe? Sandy soil, high temperature, less rainfall and very less number of biotic components. So how we observe trees and land in our surroundings, like that we are not going to observe. Is it clear to children? So like that some information we are going to get here in the desert ecosystem. I hope you understood this topic during reading. Okay, we have to find out the main idea. Main idea is said to be about environment. Then details, if we go through, it is going to make you to understand about the different ecosystems. Two ecosystems which are given, Coringa water ecosystem and desert ecosystem. So what are the details we are going to get? Biotic components and abiotic components. So these biotic components which are present in Coringa water ecosystem are not seen in the desert ecosystem. Even abiotic components are also totally, abiotic and biotic components are totally different in both the ecosystems. So now what is our point left over? Answer the questions at the end of the topic. So can you answer now questions? You can answer like questions. What is environment? What do you mean by an ecosystem? Okay, ecosystem means what I said? A small unit area where we observe the interaction between the living and non-living components or biotic and abiotic components. Is it clear to you? Then, what are the producers you are observing in Coringa water ecosystem? Or what kind of abiotic conditions we are observing in desert ecosystem? So, very less rainfall, high temperature and less number of living organisms, especially carnivorous animals we observe in deserts. Is it clear to children? So like that you can answer the questions.